you've talked about this a little bit, but how do we know that our desires are really God's desires? Like, we're working on this book, and you've talked about it's good to be making progress. That's a good sign, right? But like, how are there discernment tips that you have gathered throughout the years to where you're like, yes, I know that this desire is from God. I'm going down the right path.
What ultimately, where you know where God wants you, it's not just an external happy feeling. It's a deep peaceful feeling. There's a difference. We're not after happiness as much as we are after joy. Joy is a deeper thing. It's being completely content and at peace with where you are at that part of life. Happiness, is a little bit more on the I guess on the pleasure side of things. I'm happy when I'm eating chocolate, having my coffee. These things give me happiness. Happy with being around, entertainment, whatever it is. But joy is a lot more deeper and longer lasting. That's what we ultimately will be having in heaven, this deep joy. And so how do you find that? That's the clue. Peace. It's a deeper peace. And through that deep peace, you'll find freedom. As I realize, as you read the scriptures and you read and discern, Jesus actually gives us all the clues. The talents, the whole parable of the talents is very, very interesting. The whole idea of talents, it's literally, if when you translate it, it is about not just money, but your talent, your gifts. God has given every one of us gifts, talents, and these gifts are unique to us. So when he gives you a talent, he doesn't want you to bury that gift. He wants you to invest in that gift and then multiply that gift. And so remember in that parable, he was disappointed with the one who buried it and did nothing. He was very happy with the ones who invested, made 5 and 10 talents and doubled them and extended them. That means we have to actually focus in on our talents, our skills. But there's also another part. It's our God-given desires. And so if you have absolutely no idea where to begin, start with what makes you happy. So on the surface, what's giving you happiness? Why does that give you happiness? Why do you like a particular genre, a particular thing? And why do you uniquely like it and other people don't? So find what makes you happy. Find what gives you joy. Find what you like. What are your desires? Then what are you good at? So I'm going to go through steps here. Find what are your desires? That's number 1. Number 2, what are your skill sets? What are you good at? Number 3 would be, where are you in life? What state of life are you in? Are you married with lots of little children? And so expectations of whatever your desires and skills are might be unrealistic to a particular degree. However, maybe it is possible with whatever you're doing, depending on what it is that you desire. If you are single, or if you are, depending on your state, you've got to really get down to, am I free to then do what I want? And sometimes it's not the way you want it. You wish everything happened now, but no, maybe I have to do this after work hours. Maybe I have to do this before children wake up. Maybe I have to do. So you start looking at your state in life. So my desires, my skills, the state of life I'm in. Then you have to imagine, like fast forward in your mind, what it looks like. So imagine yourself as at the end result. So if you desire, okay, I want to write this particular book, and what do you want to imagine what you look like? So am I going to be a speaker? Am I going to be on stage? Am I going to be signing books? If that's the vision, keep looking. And who is this audience for? And then imagine yourself in that state. Does that give you peace? And if it does, then you know it's from God. If it doesn't, okay, move on. But there's one last step. There's a number 4, and it's the complete surrender after that. So when you surrender, so you pray about it, you imagine it, you know your skills, your desires, your state of life, but now you then say, okay, Lord, I trust you now. I feel at peace with this. I'm about to step forward, and I need to know you got my back. And then
Mhm.
you step out in faith. And so that could be daunting, but once you step out in faith, there's such a freeing aspect to it. You are truly free, because now it doesn't matter what happens. Whatever door opens through the peace, the discernment, you've done all that prior, you're confident you can walk through that door knowing that's where God wants you. If a door closes, guess what? That's what God wants. So,
Oh, yeah.
whether a door opens or closes, that's okay, because you're walking through what's opening. But as long as you are doing your bit, you're knocking, you're seeking, you're doing your bit, and then God will open those doors where He wants you, and just follow and watch what happens.